attack positions inside Russia. This decision is designed to help the Ukrainians hold on to land they've seized in Russia's Kursk region. It's said to be a response to Russia using North Korean troops. The UK and France are now expected to give similar go-aheads.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. Now, a Russian lawmaker is warning of World War III. No comment yet from President Vladimir Putin. Meanwhile, another Russian missile barrage hit the city of Sumy in northern Ukraine, killing 11 people, wounding more than 80 others. That war and Israel's battles with militants in the Middle East could be topics at the summit of G20 nations starting today in Brazil. Combating poverty and climate change will also be issues discussed. President Biden is there, and yesterday he visited the Amazon rainforest, pledging another $50 billion to a preservation fund.
The world is chopping down the equivalent of 10 soccer fields worth of forest each minute.
And as President-elect Trump gets ready to take over in January, President Biden said nobody can reverse America's clean energy revolution. Shots fired during a parade in New Orleans, twice, less than an hour apart. 2 people are dead, 10 injured. Police keep looking for the gunman.
NOPD Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick said that there were plenty of people around for both of these shootings, and she's asking for anyone and everyone to step up with whatever information they do have about, again, these 2 separate incidents. As of this time, NOPD believes that they are not linked to each other.
Andres Fuentes with Fox 8 TV in New Orleans. Spirit Airlines has just filed for bankruptcy months after a planned merger with JetBlue was blocked in court. America's listening to Fox News.
Will Kane had you covered this election.
Brett Baer joins us now. Former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy joining us on The Will Kane Show. Tommy Lahren joins us now.
It's the new must-listen podcast in America.
I think sanity, I'm hoping, is going to win today.
What they did was the biggest miscarriage of democracy, I think, in my lifetime.
I see a victory for Donald Trump. I see a victory for America.
The Will Kane Show. Listen and watch now at willkaneshow.com. We're bringing forecasting grit to the gridiron. Fox Weather is storming the field with the risk of weather impact on the hottest NFL matchups all season long, delivering unmatched insight from the leader in weather news and how the forecast could affect your favorite players. We are taking you right into the end zone with Fox Weather's exclusive weather forecasting technology and the risk of weather impact for every single game of the regular season. Listen to Storming the Field every Friday on FoxNewsPodcasts.com.
President-elect Trump is planning stricter border policies as he also vows mass deportations of immigrants who came here illegally during the Biden administration. And Immigration and Customs Enforcement is getting ready,
asking companies to submit bids for technology and management tools to monitor illegal migrants. These surveillance plans call for the production of ankle monitors, GPS trackers, biometric check-in technology, and human agents to track people awaiting a court hearing or deportation. Although this would be an expansion on the current Alternative to Detention program, the president of the National Border Patrol Council, Brandon Judd, says the timing of this call to action was not a coincidence.
Make no mistake, this is simply and only because Donald Trump won the election. Had he have not won the election, they would have never put this out.
Dana Marie McNichol, Fox News.
There is a carrot recall after an E. coli outbreak that's left one person dead, nearly 40 others sick.
Grimway Farms telling customers who purchased organic whole carrots from August 14th through October 23rd not to consume them. Adding organic baby carrots with best if used by dates ranging from September 11th through November 12th also should be thrown away. Stores which sell the company's produce include Walmart, Target, Whole Foods Market, and Trader Joe's. Ann Carrick, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are mixed coming off Friday's sell-off. They capped off losses for the week. The Dow fell about 1%. The Nasdaq dropped more than 3% last week. On Sunday Night Football, the LA Chargers scored a last-minute touchdown to beat the Cincinnati Bengals 34-27. Earlier, Seattle also topped San Francisco with a last-minute TD. The Bills handed the Chiefs their first loss.
And there he goes! Inside the 10, the 5. Oh, the play of the year!
Josh Allen's run sealed it for Buffalo, beating Kansas City 30-21 on CBS. Detroit improved tonight and won, blowing out Jacksonville. Pittsburgh edged Baltimore. Green Bay blocked the last-second field goal to beat Chicago. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
Now, live from the Hub News Center.
Algood City Council will decide Tuesday whether to approve a $42,000 bid for new extrication equipment for the fire department requested to enhance emergency response. The fire department recommends Palmatro tools, citing their durability and performance, with the low bid provided by NAFCO. This vendor, the only local distributor, offers a streamlined purchasing process to speed up acquisition. Competing bids from Safe Industries and Rescue One came in higher, and Smith County's historic courthouse in Carthage is set for a major revival as a community hub thanks to a $1.8 million state grant and additional county funds. This restoration will bring the courthouse back to its original elegance while adding high-tech upgrades. Renovations include energy-efficient windows, new HVAC units, and a remodeled first floor with offices, free Wi-Fi, and a space for telehealth services. The second floor will host county commission meetings and local business events. Outdoor Wi-Fi around the courthouse will also be available. I'm JP Bazette. You're up to date with the Hub News Center.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning. Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning. It's Jason and Sheila. We are live here in the Willow Window Studio. Today's Monday. It's the 18th of November, just 2 days.
Oh, my goodness.
From my birthday.
It is Wednesday.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
So just, for you last minute shoppers out there, now, today and tomorrow really is all you got.
That means, let's see, I don't think you're going to be here next week.
No.
So you're going to be gone on my birthday. So you'll need to give me my present early.
Oh, man. Golly, I forgot all about your birthday.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Of course. A high today around 72. We've got 50 right now.
Let's see here. Some great guests this morning, too.
Yeah. Casey McCarty. She's with the Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity in Cookeville, and she's the Director of Development. We'll be talking to her. She's just become the Director of Development in the last month, so we're going to kind of introduce her to
She's
folks.
brand new.
She's brand new.
Go ahead. Sorry.
And Charlie Guffey from Guffey Law. There is a new lawyer in town. Her name is Christina Rice, and she's with Guffey Law. She just passed.
You made that sound scary.
I know.
There's a new lawyer in town.
I know. That's what I was trying to do.
A few things you need to know. In Putnam County, October business license totaled 49. It's down a little bit from last month where there was 53 new ones. This past month, 36 were manufacturing businesses and 13 were retail. So still got plenty of business coming to Putnam County.
Yeah, that's good. Well, the Upper Cumberland Development District is hiring. They need a tourism recovery coordinator. In this role, you're going to work closely with local governments, chambers of commerce, and businesses to promote tourism, enhance marketing and brand awareness, and support economic recovery.
All right.
So if you want to apply for that, just go to ucdd.org.
Cookeville's Heart of the City Playground is going to be closed today and tomorrow. So if you and the kids had plans to go out to there today or tomorrow, don't. They got to redo part of the surfacing.
Okay.
There, so they're repairing part of that. So if that was part of your plans, no can do today. Pick another playground.
We want the kiddies to be safe.
Yeah.
And employee spotlight from the Cookeville City government. Regina Walker. She is energy controller.
Way to go, Regina.
She has been there for 31 years, and she began her career as an accountant, then later transitioned to her current role as energy coordinator, where she supervises teams across the administrative, accounting, purchasing, and warehouse divisions of the energy department.
That sounds like an important job.
Regina Walker, you're very important, and congratulations.
It wore me out hearing what all she had to do.
And that wasn't even all of it, really.
That's a lot of responsibility.
Well, Regina does it well.
The Putnam County school system, they have a newly purchased building on South Franklin Avenue, and they're doing multiple upgrades there. That's where they're going to start doing some of their global learning intake, whatever that is, student services, and administration for the VITAL program. So that's what that place on South Franklin's going to be used for. Tennessee Tech had a 3.5% increase in enrollment in their graduate and master's programs.
Yay.
So they had a big freshman class, and now a lot of people are, 3.5% more than has been staying for graduate and master's programs.
I think that's awesome.
So way to go, Tech. And speaking of Tech, did you see over the weekend, Sheila?
They had a great game.
They beat UT Martin, who was ranked 18th in the country in the FCS, I think is what their division is. And since they had beaten TSU earlier, and now they beat UT Martin, they got to bring home the Sergeant York Trophy. Did you see that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, they had it. They had it in the back seat of somebody's car with the seatbelt on it.
I love it.
Bringing it back to Cookeville. First time since 2020, I guess.
So that's great. I mean,
yeah.
It is a precious trophy.
It's a big deal, and that means with all of that this coming weekend they're at home. It's Senior Day, and if they win this weekend, they get a share of the OVC Big South title.
Yeah.
So Tech's not out of the running on a lot of things. So if you got some. If you have an opportunity this weekend, head on out to Tech and cheer on the purple and gold. They deserve it.
Yeah, most definitely.
Bobby Wilder's done a heck of a job, hasn't he?
He's had a great year.
Yeah.
And, congratulations to all the players as well.
That's right. Also, of course, Tennessee lost over the weekend.
I don't want to talk about it.
But
I had that feeling.
Me too. Andy Staples, he's a big football expert, analysis, whatever you want to call him. He still has Tennessee in the college football playoff, and our first game will be against Ole Miss.
We haven't had any easy games.
No,
but we never do usually. We've
hopefully the next two are easy on the Vols. Coming up, we've got your 2 cents.
What is something picky eaters don't like they never like?
I've been shocked at the amount of people who don't like macaroni and cheese.
My husband doesn't.
Yeah, I know. Him and I've got a couple other buddies. They just don't do macaroni and cheese.
I thought mostly everybody did macaroni and cheese. And when we first got married, I'm like, well, what are you going to eat?
Yeah. I mean, what?
I've adapted.
What are you going to do if you're not going to have macaroni and cheese?
I'm like, I thought I could fix that something. Now he likes spaghetti, but not macaroni and cheese.
I wonder what it is.
A lot of cheese. He doesn't like cheese on his burgers, but he'll eat pizza. Don't ask me. There's no rhyme or reason with my husband, but you know what? He's so sweet and so good to me. I've adapted.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. I don't think I'm that picky of an eater. I think
not.
I don't think I am.
I'm judging everything by Tim Scruggs now, and nobody is this picky.
Yeah, then there's the people who don't like mayonnaise on stuff.
He does not like mayonnaise.
Yeah.
But I do have some at home. And he's sweet enough that sometimes he will fry me an egg sandwich, and I like mayo on that, and he'll put that on it for me, even though he hates mayo.
Well, I mean, is it the smell, or is it the taste, or is he...
All of it.
All the above.
Yeah. He thinks it's nasty.
Well, that's interesting. All right, we've got your 2 cents. That's coming up next. We also have spoiler alert on the way. And the real good round 1 of this week's Ask Sheila coming up too. So guys, stick around with us. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We are live here in the Willow Window studio, and we'll be right back here in just a minute.
Hey folks, this is Paul Winkler. Have you ever really spent time planning for life after work? If not, you're not alone. For most, it's a scary thought. Making sense of investments, Social Security, Medicare. To make it worse, the advice people typically get is from salespeople or family members who got their information from salespeople. We are here to take the mystery and fear out of retirement. The next step is yours. Call 615-851-1950 or go to paulwinkler.com. That website is paulwinkler.com, creating confident investors.
And now located in Cookeville.
Hey guys, Ron Crane here from Dependable Auto Sales and Service, also Colonial Automotive, towing, rentals, we've got it all. Guys, if it's automotive, even if you need body work, if you've been in a wreck or something, please let us know. 931-526-7355. That's 931-526-SELL, S-E-L-L, 24/7 at dasautosales.com. That's dasautosales.com, and we're located 1575 Interstate Drive, the only car dealership on the left on Restaurant Row. Please come see us at any time. Thanks, guys.
Backed by popular demand, now through December 21st, Cumberland County Playhouse presents Irving Berlin's White Christmas. Based on the beloved film, this heartwarming musical features 17 classic Irving Berlin songs with a dazzling score featuring well-known standards like Blue Skies, I Love a Piano, Sisters, and of course the immortal title song. White Christmas is an uplifting musical that'll tap your toes and warm your heart. Don't miss White Christmas. Rated G and sponsored by Uplands Village. Call 931-484-5000 or visit ccplayhouse.com.
Willow Window is your go-to destination for all your window needs. At Willow Window, we specialize in providing top quality windows that not only enhance the beauty of your home, but also improve energy efficiency. Our wide selection includes a variety of styles, colors, and materials that suit every taste and budget. Visit Willow Window at willowwindow.pro or call 946-3691. Visit the friendly, experienced team at the new Willow Window showroom at 310 Newman Drive in Cookeville. Willow Window is the name you can trust.
William is one of millions of Americans who uses GoodRx to save on the cost of their prescriptions.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, 2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on 5 different medications. It adds up at the end of the month. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, GoodRx save you a lot of money. Saving that extra $200-300 a month. We're able to do all these extra activities, so it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com and start saving today. GoodRx users are compensated for their time. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, their U.S.-based restoration specialists will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Morning Cookeville.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're live here in the Willow Window studio. It's 6:18 now.
The high today in the lower 70s for us. We're at 50 right now. Your 2 cents is what is something picky eaters never like?
I'm not that picky of an eater. The only thing that I've turned down without at least trying it first, and it's something that Donna's family has eaten, I guess, for centuries now.
Centuries, huh?
Is tuna gravy.
It does not sound good, but I would try it. Not this early in the morning, but I usually try some before I really say I hate it. Unless it just, well, that does sound gross, but I can't think of much stuff that I've not tried, though, that I've even tried rattlesnake before.
I've tried rattlesnake. Now, but again, there's just some things that shouldn't go together. Tuna and gravy. Those are just 2 words that shouldn't be put side by side, I think.
It sounds disgusting.
Maybe if they called it something else, I don't know what it would be, but
I wonder, I know tuna is probably one of the things, but like when you're saying gravy, have you asked her what they do? What is it?
no, I didn't want to know anymore.
Just the name of it does sound
yeah,
horrible.
just the whole.
It sounds horrible.
Sounds ridiculous.
I'll tell you stuff I have turned down, like that raw octopus and stuff like that. I do like sushi.
Yeah.
But that does not sound good.
I've had that, and it's okay.
I've had octopus, and I haven't had raw.
I've had the raw, and it's all right.
I don't like that.
It's chewy as all get out.
I'm a texture person more than.
You wouldn't like it then.
No, I don't like chewy.
You wouldn't like it.
Chewy or gritty.
It's definitely.
That's two things that gross me
It's
out.
definitely chewy. It's like seafood chewing gum.
No. Now, why work that hard on something? Is it worth it?
No, it's not worth it. No.
See? No. So what is something picky eaters never like? Jennifer says pinto beans, navy beans, greens, spinach, kraut, chow, chili, slaw, veggies. I don't know if that's hers or if she's just saying.
There's a lot of people don't like peas and shelled beans. There's something about the texture of them, or there's several people.
That.
I do too. Yeah.
But I will say, my husband's picky, but he loves him some pinto beans. Pinto beans and cornbread, he can have that every day.
That's the best stuff ever.
He's a good Southerner.
Yeah.
And he likes meat and potatoes. He'll like that steak and potatoes. He's like hamburger steak. He don't care.
He's a red-blooded American man.
Right.
That's right.
Now, he don't want gravy on his hamburger steak or nothing like that. He don't like gravy. And I'm sure he wouldn't try no tuna gravy. Brussels sprouts. A lot of people don't like Brussels sprouts.
I think a lot of people don't like Brussels sprouts because of the way they were cooked. Like, I don't like boiled Brussels sprouts.
Yep.
That's nasty. Baked, roasted.
I
Brussels
even like
sprouts,
boiled.
those are
I don't
good.
care. And then you put a little butter on that.
No,
good. But
not
the
boiled.
best are baked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Broccoli. There's a lot of broccoli haters. I like broccoli too.
Well, that, and when you cook broccoli, it makes your house smell like somebody tooted.
It does, doesn't it?
Yes.
That and cabbage.
Did you toot, or was that broccoli?
Yeah. Brussels sprouts smell kind of bad too.
Yeah, they have a tooty smell. You're right.
Tooty smell. Somebody else said turnip greens. Pam. Oh, I love me some turnip greens.
I do love turnip greens.
So good.
Yeah.
Here's one you don't like either.
What's that?
And I even I like chicken liver. They just said liver in general. Beef liver tastes.
I don't do liver.
Pickles. Somebody said.
I'm with you. I don't like
Nancy.
pickles.
She don't like pickles. Any green vegetable is what Jim said.
How do you get by without eating any green vegetables? Like, what kind of shape are you in without
They
eating?
take vitamins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tim takes in a lot of vitamins because I got him started on that when we first got married.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you don't eat enough vegetables. We're going to start you on a plan.
Flintstones.
Well, he had that growing up.
Yeah.
And I started him on man vitamins.
Yeah.
The
one a days.
The men's health ones.
Centrum for men.
Something from that GNC, and they're not sponsors, so I shouldn't even mention, but you could be.
I switched over to that Centrum for men.
It's good. It's got vitamin D in it too.
Yeah, plus I take a whole other vitamin D supplement because every time I go to the doctor,
you're lacking vitamin D.
And even taking vitamin D, I'm lacking vitamin D.
Do you think it's right?
No, I just don't. I just think that's just what doctors say when they can't find nothing.
So you're lacking vitamin. I can't find nothing wrong with him. He's lacking vitamin D.
Tell him he needs some vitamin D. I don't know.
And see me in 6 months.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Anchovies is what Lynn said.
I would have to.
But I don't think you have to. I'm not a picky eater, and I don't want anchovies on my pizza.
I think I would have to try anchovies.
Well, somebody told me at one time that said, look, you just haven't had the right anchovies. If you had them like in a salad, chopped up real fine, you'd probably like it if it's done right. And I'm thinking, well, if anything's done right, I might like it.
Yeah, I can eat anything if it's cooked right.
I'd try it. I'd give it another try.
I gotta tell you, the first time I tried deer, I thought, this is not good.
Yeah, you have to know how to cook it.
And then after I had some that somebody knew what they were doing, I was like, this is delicious.
Okra is the same way.
Yeah, I don't like okra.
Not even cut up like real fine and then fried, make it taste all crispy.
No, I do like pickled okra though. I don't like pickles.
I like that too.
But I like pickled okra.
You like pickles. You like your mama's pickles.
Yeah, I don't like pickle. I don't like pickles that they put on the hamburgers.
You know what? Let's talk about this.
Okay.
They have gone downhill lately. I've seen many or had many from different burger joints. Their pickles have changed. I don't think it's my Like my taste, the pickles look different. They're not as dilly. And I want them dilly and salty.
They're not near as dilly.
I'm telling you, I have a problem with that.
There might be some of those new Bill Gates pickles. They don't even be pickles at all.
Oh, they're like some kind of scientific
Some
pickle?
sort of genetically modified
That's what's wrong with the world.
Bill Gates pickle.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
It needs to be salty and dilly. Johnny said scallop
Make
taters.
pickles dilly again.
Yes, exactly. Make pickles dilly again.
Yeah.
It's just fun saying dilly. Y'all try it. Dilly.
Maybe we can get RFK Jr. on that.
Oh my goodness. I've had enough of that too. Johnny Ferguson said he doesn't like scallop taters. If they're done right, they're good.
They're not my favorite tater.
Not my
I mean, you
favorite.
can make taters all kinds of different ways, and you should. But you know, and that's fun to bring that into the mix. But
Yeah, just to change it up a bit.
there's so many other ways you could do
I could
potatoes
eat
that
a
there's
baked
no reason
potato.
to do that.
Probably 2 or 3 times a week.
Had a baked potato last night.
They're good because you can dress them up anyway. Or you can have them plain with just some butter.
Yeah.
Let's see, chili. A lot of picky eaters don't like chili. And this is not, Tex said this, but I think this should be the top answer.
What?
Sushi. Picky eaters will not even try it.
Yeah.
Not even a California roll, which is plain.
Right. That's pretty much we talked about that. That's your starter sushi.
But what's the most popular? Broccoli wins.
Really, I wouldn't eat a lick of broccoli growing up. I mean, I hated it.
I had to have lots of cheese on it. Now I like it just steamed.
Yeah, my mom would make me sit there
Oh no.
and eat, of course, cold broccoli.
Is even worse.
But she wouldn't warm it up for me either. She'd be like, "Well, sorry, you should have eaten
You
it.
should have learned your lesson.
Should have eaten it when it was hot."
Right.
But you didn't. So sit there, and she'd turn off the light. I'd be in the dark, sitting at the table.
I love it.
With a plate full of cold broccoli.
Your mama. What a good mama. But listen, now you like it. I would think it would bring back memories of when you were forced to eat it.
Oh no, I don't get triggered like that. That's just part of growing up.
It's funny because my dad was bad sometimes, but just at the dinner table, I never was forced to eat stuff. But I liked usually a lot of vegetables, and I'd try them. And if I didn't like them, I didn't have to eat it.
She did the whole broccoli and cheese thing a few times.
Yeah, that's good.
And it was better.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, it still had that somebody tooted in my food taste.
Oh, did you say that it smells like that?
Yeah, it'd make me gag, I mean,
she had a fun time with you.
I'd put on I'm sure it was hysterical.
I'm sure you put on a show, didn't you?
I watched my kids do it too, and I'm like, this is the funniest thing ever. No wonder my mom made me do this.
Oh man. But like my dad would he'd have something like the pig's brain and all that. He wouldn't tell you what it was, and he'd want, you need to try this. You need to try it. I'm not telling you what it is. Try it. And I'm like, well, how do I know I want to try it if you don't tell me? Well, just trust me. I never trusted him again after that.
Well, how were the pig's brains?
They tasted real good.
Yeah, see?
And I asked, he goes, did it taste good? And I said, yeah. I answered him, and then he said pig's brain. I'm like,
have you had mountain oysters?
I have never had that. My family didn't even eat that.
Really?
No, I've not tried them, but.
No, I
Have you tried them?
No. I know what they are, and I'm not going to do it.
Somebody cook those up.
I don't know. I mean,
and I'm pretty country.
I have no idea.
Lived on a farm. We actually had hogs, but no, that was not one of that. We ate almost everything but that.
Yeah, I have
off that pig.
I've had tongue.
I have
cow tongue, and I didn't like that. That was awful.
It didn't taste bad.
I made a vow after that I'm not going to eat anything that can taste me back.
But I had cow tongue. I haven't had it since, but it was pretty good when I had it. I don't remember it tasting bad.
Coming up, we've got spoiler alert on the way. That's the latest news and entertainment and music, and we'll get to that coming up next here on Good Morning Cookeville with Jason and Sheila.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
Now, live from the Hub News Center. 2 men from Putnam County were killed in a tragic murder-suicide during an 80th birthday celebration on Walnut Road. The Putnam County Sheriff's Office reported that Randall Eldridge, 63, and Bobby Andrew Fye, 56, died after an argument turned deadly in the driveway around 8 p.m. on Tuesday. Witnesses said Fye shot Eldridge before taking his own life. Authorities believe a decade-long feud between the two may have led to the incident. And Tennessee Tech University will celebrate its veteran students, faculty, staff, and community members with a week of events honoring Veterans Day. Though classes are canceled on Monday, activities kick off Tuesday with a public Veterans Day ceremony at the Jer Whitson Building, featuring U.S. Army veteran and Tech's Associate VP Kevin Vetter as keynote speaker. Events continue with a campus-wide appreciation day and a Veterans Town Hall on Wednesday. Thursday brings a kickball game and a block party, and on Friday, Tech offers a Veterans Movie Day in the Veterans Center. I'm JP Bazette. You're up to date with the Hub News Center.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. The Tennessee Titans fell to 2-8 on the season after falling to the Vikings 23-13 on Sunday. The Titans cut the lead to 6 after a 98-yard pass play to Nick Westbrook-Akine, but never got it closer. Will Levis threw for just under 300 yards and 1 touchdown in the loss. The Titans as a team rushed for just 33 yards in the game. Elsewhere in the NFL, the Packers blocked a field goal as time expired to beat the Bears 20-19. The Steelers didn't score a touchdown, but beat the Ravens 18-16. Lions scored 52 points in a rout of the Jaguars, and the Saints beat the Browns 35-14. The AP Top 25 college football poll remained unchanged in the top 5 with Oregon, Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, and Indiana. Notre Dame moved up to the number 6 spot with Alabama and Georgia right behind. Tennessee fell to the number 10 spot after their road loss to Georgia on Saturday. Nelly Korda won her 7th LPGA Tour tournament on Sunday, winning the Annika after posting a final round 67 and beating out Charlie Hull down the stretch. Korda is the first player to win 7 times on the LPGA Tour in one season since Yanni Tseng in 2011. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
The Fox Business Report is brought to you by Paul Winkler Incorporated, now with an office at Cookeville, creating confident investors. PaulWinkler.com.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Spirit Airlines says it expects to continue operating business in the normal course, even though it's filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Spirit says guests can continue to book and fly without interruption and use all tickets, credits, and loyalty points as normal. Spirit has been dealing with competition from major carriers and a glut of flights on its leisure routes. It's also dealing with high labor costs, an engine problem, and debt. Tesla shares are up 8%. Bloomberg is reporting the Trump administration will make rules for self-driving cars a priority. And Barron's is reporting Super Microcomputer, which has been dealing with accounting issues, is working on a plan that will allow it to continue trading on the NASDAQ. Supermicro's shares have slumped 37% this year. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jim Cosola, invested in you.
Success, it's discipline, it's teamwork. It's the drive and passion inside of us that comes before all recognition. It's the best of each of us made better by the best in all of us. It's what Stifel's been doing for over 130 years. And it's why Stifel is one of the fastest growing global wealth management and investment banking firms in the industry. Stifel, it's where success meets success. Start your journey at stifel.com. That's STIFEL.com.
Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member SIPC and NYS.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
It's going to be a mostly sunny day with temperatures topping out in the mid to upper 60s, even around 70 at some locations. Overnight, we'll fall back into the mid 40s. We'll be in the low 70s on Monday with sunshine, but increasing clouds as we get into the afternoon and evening and a chance of rain overnight. We'll fall back into the upper 50s, highs around 70 again Tuesday with showers possible, and we'll keep the rain in the picture all the way into Thursday with cooling temperatures by the weekend. Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
On 1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning. It's Jason and Sheila. We are here live in the Willow Window studio. It's 6:35 now.
Casey McCarty. I almost said McCartney. You know what, Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
But it's McCarty. Casey McCarty from the Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity in Cookeville. She will be our guest. She's the new director of development there. Also, Charlie Guffey and her new lawyer,
All right.
Christina Rice, will be in.
Sounds good. Can't wait to talk to those great community members coming up after 7 here on Good Morning Cookeville. Thanks so much for listening on 107.7 or 1400, The Hub. Thanks for watching on channel 192, Spectrum or Twin Lakes. Also, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, we thank you for that. Or if you're watching on Hub Plus on your Roku app, we appreciate you doing that as well, no matter how you're getting us.
That's a lot to remember, Jason.
Thank you so much for
Good
doing
job.
it. You ready for spoiler alert, Sheila?
I think so.
All right. Denzel Washington is going to be on Jimmy Kimmel, and so is Dwight Yoakam.
Wow.
So
What's Dwight doing these days?
I think it has something to do with, because this is CMA week, Country Music Awards. So I think it has something to do with that. I love me some Dwight Yoakam.
I do too. I think he's a fantastic actor too.
Yeah.
He's good. Really talented.
Jimmy Fallon has Cher and Gwen Stefani. I don't know if they're doing something together or not, but if they do, I'll watch that.
Yeah, most definitely. I like both those ladies.
I'll watch that clip. I'm not going to watch
You're
all
not going
of
to stay up.
No, gosh,
Yeah.
no. Stephen Colbert's got Josh Brolin and Casey Musgraves. So on regular TV tonight, The Voice on NBC, then Brilliant Minds, which is a really good show. Hey, I did watch that show with Don Johnson in it.
Oh,
The Odyssey.
I didn't know it was on. I haven't seen it yet.
Dr. Odyssey.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I was, it's like, okay, I'll give it a try.
So is he like a police person?
No. He's the captain of a cruise ship. It's like the Love Boat, but someone always has a medical emergency.
Well, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
So you liked it?
It was okay.
I like Don Johnson. I root for him.
It was something to watch if you can't find anything else.
So Dr. Odyssey.
Dr. Odyssey.
Is Odyssey the name of the ship, or is he really Dr. Odyssey?
Because
that sounds like a ship name.
Odyssey's the name of the ship. Don Johnson is the captain. I don't know who plays the doctor.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, it's somebody anyway. That Brilliant Minds is a good TV show too that comes on NBC tonight. 911 Lone Stars on Fox. Rescue High Surf. It's the fall finale of that on Fox. Sheila, your favorite show, Love and Hip Hop Miami. VH1, that's on.
I've never seen it.
Sheila loves that Love and Hip Hop. NFL football tonight, Monday Night Football, the Texans and the Cowboys. Of course, the Manning cast on ESPN2.
I bet we'll watch that.
Yeah.
Because Tim, growing up, was a big Cowboys fan. So, and let's face it, they're better than the Titans.
Well, who's not?
Right. So we're so mad every Sunday, and I'm like,
Poor
why do
old
we even
Titans.
watch? Why do we even watch?
Poor old Titans.
I know. Because even the Vols losing was better than the Titans losing. You still got a better game.
Yeah.
At least they show up.
Yeah. Yeah. At least the Vols tried.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's how we felt.
On Hulu, there's a series premiere called Cake Toppers. Also on Hulu, a series premiere of Cookie Cupcake Cake. And on
Which do you like better?
Cupcakes.
You like cupcakes better than cookies or cake?
Yes, I think cupcakes are a better, you're able to handle those a little bit better.
I feel the same. It's like we're the same person, except you're male, I'm female.
It's making me question myself.
Why? What's wrong with what I like?
Also,
Same as what you like.
also on Netflix, there's a show called Wonderoos. You remember Underoos?
That's like that. Yeah, when we were a kid.
You'd have underwear with
Yes.
superheroes, or I guess in your case, strawberry shortcake or whatever.
Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah, Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't think about
I
it.
had Wonder Woman.
Jake Paul threw a big victory party in Dallas after he defeated Mike Tyson Friday, and a lot of celebrities were there. His brother Logan was there. His fiance Nina Agdal was there. Hawk Tuah girl Haley Welch was there as well.
I've been wondering what happened to her. Her 15 minutes of fame was over.
No, she's got her a podcast. She's going places. She's doing
But you
things.
don't hear as much about her.
No. Betty White is getting a major honor. She's getting a stamp.
I heard that. I'm excited about that. She deserves a stamp.
She does deserve
Yeah,
a stamp.
love her.
Now, will it be the same like they did with Elvis? You know,
We get to choose?
yeah, because I mean,
Like a young Betty or an old Betty?
yeah, you go back and look at young
She
Betty.
was quite attractive.
Brrr.
What was that?
Brrr. You know, she got her start being a nudie girl on playing cards.
Don't talk about Betty that way.
Did you know that?
I did know that.
Have you seen them?
Yeah. Well, you know why?
Why?
Jason had some.
Well, one reason.
Yeah, he went on. Skip that.
One reason TV ratings were down on election night so much from 2020, YouTube, the video platform, says 45 million people watched election-related content on November 5th, driven by strong viewership of Joe Rogan. So,
Oh, wow.
YouTube had more viewers than regular TV did.
And that's why we're on it.
Hello, YouTube. Let's see. Eva Longoria says she didn't move out of the U.S. because of Donald Trump's election. She told Marie Claire last week she didn't want to be stuck in this dystopian country. But on Friday, she said on another podcast, she's actually been living primarily in Europe for 3 years. It looks terrible over there.
Yeah.
It's like they've been overrun with everything and everybody.
And, you know, the crime is worse now over there, too, because of, I guess, all of that.
I guess, Sheila.
I don't know.
Who
knows?
I have no idea. I don't know anymore. I try to know. I try to keep up with stuff. Did you or Tim put it over to see any of the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul?
Let me tell you, I was so tired on Friday. I slept through everything that evening. I went to bed early like an old woman.
Yeah.
And you know what? I felt better the next day. Got up real early on Saturday. Did some stuff.
65 million people logged on to Netflix to watch. Many of them saw the fight. Some of it was just Netflix buffering or not buffering. Then it was kind of a dull fight. So everybody is saying viewers were the losers.
Huh.
Now, I didn't watch it. I was
Can we
watching.
go back and watch it? I mean, like, is it still on Netflix?
I think so. I think you can go back and watch it.
We said we'll check it out a little bit, and then we never did. But
Yeah.
I've heard so many people, like on social media, like talking about Mike Tyson. What does he think about fighting somebody in their 20s or something? And I said, there's so many people say
He was great. I
think he still looks fit. I mean, he's 58, almost 60.
Did you see the clip from the interview backstage?
No. What happened?
So they're interviewing Mike Tyson. You know, they're back there in the locker room. The fight's over and all that stuff, and he's done with the interview. And then, so when he's done with the interview, he walks away. Well, he walks away, and he's got nothing covering his rear end. So they showed Mike Tyson's whole rear end on Netflix. They didn't cut away real quick. It was like, yep, there's Mike Tyson.
He did not care, did he?
Didn't care a lick.
Well, I see where he had on like skivvies, like little tight, almost look like Speedos.
Yeah.
And somebody was like writing on social media, where are his boxing trunks?
Those that was something Versace had made.
Oh, okay.
But at the end, when they interviewed him, didn't have a lick of pants on. Well, I guess he had something across the front. It's almost like some sort of, maybe there's a special boxing jock strap.
Well,
maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. I missed all of that.
Yeah,
but here's what somebody said too. They're talking about
this is why you need to be on Twitter.
So I could have seen.
You
all
could have
of
seen
that.
Mike Tyson's butt.
Well, I'm so sorry I didn't. But people were saying, hey, he's like almost 60 and looks better than 28, 38, 48 even. And
He's
that's
still
why he
quick.
thought he could still fight.
And apparently back in June, he almost died, he said. So he's come back. I don't know. That's
a stroke or something?
I didn't
know this.
I didn't read that much more into it.
So I think he was
didn't know.
proving to himself he could still do it. And I do think he looked fit. I mean, he looked good for like 58.
I certainly wouldn't tangle with him.
No,
No, not at all. Coming up, the real good. That's a couple of stories that are positive and uplifting. Also, round one of this week's Ask Sheila. So stick around with us. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window studio.
You've prolonged it enough. 1 year quickly turned into 2 years into 10, and now you've lost track of how long it's been since you've seen the dentist.
A trip to the dental office can be a scary thing for many people, but there is help. Hi, I'm Dr. Sandy Hayes.
And I'm Dr. Kevin Hayes. At Hayes Family Dentistry, we're changing the way people think about going to the dentist. We use the latest advancements in dental technology, including sedation dentistry, which offers hope to people who fear going to the dentist, or patients who need to have a lot of dental work done in just fewer appointments.
With one little peel, you'll ease into a state of relaxation and all of your fears will melt away, allowing us to correct years of dental problems, often in just one visit.
For more information, call us at Hayes Family Dentistry, 931-526-1614. That's 931-526-1614. Or visit hayesdentistry.com and find out how easy it is to have the smile you've always wanted.
The Upper Cumberland Habitat Restore in Cookeville is expanding their team with part-time positions available. They are seeking dedicated individuals who are passionate about community impact and customer service. Responsibilities may include maintaining an organized, welcoming store environment, assisting with donation acceptance and processing, and supporting daily operations. Ideal candidates are customer-focused, proactive, and committed to fostering a positive shopping experience. Joining their team offers a chance to make a meaningful difference. For more information, contact them at restore@uchabitat.org.
It's Tennessee Tech head football coach Bobby Wilder. Join the crowd for Senior Day at Tucker Stadium, November 23rd as Tech takes on Eastern Illinois. Kickoff is at noon, and the 98.5 KISS FM tailgate park opens at 9 a.m. The Golden Eagle Walk is always 2 hours and 15 minutes before kickoff in the tailgate park, so come early for all the pregame fun at Tucker Stadium. For more information, visit ttusports.com. Wings up.
It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Over 50 years and still going strong and growing. With American Way, you'll gain the knowledge and skills necessary to thrive in today's market. We provide realtors the tools they need to succeed, so this essentially adds up to success for the agents. If you are willing to work, we can make it happen for you. We also have a very family-oriented culture with a focus on productivity. Give me a call. I'm William Baugh, 931-310-6291.
American Way Real Estate, 710 South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville.
Jason and Sheila. Good Morning Cookeville. 1077 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila. We are here in the Willow Window studio. It's 6:49. Happy Monday there, Sheila.
Happy Monday. It's going to be a high around 72 for us today, and we're at 50 at the moment.
Every day, me and Sheila, we go through a bunch of news stories, try to find some that are positive and uplifting, and we call it The real good. In a heartwarming act of generosity, Tampa Bay Buccaneers superstar quarterback Baker Mayfield donated new helmets to the Space Coast Vipers. They're a high school football team in Cocoa, Florida. Cool name, Space Coast Vipers.
Yeah, that's good.
I like that. After finishing 1-8 last year, which is 14 total wins in the past 6 seasons, the school hired Jake Owens, not the singer.
Yeah, I was like, why does that name sound familiar?
Hired him back in February to be their head coach. So he got to the school. Jake discovered that just a handful of helmets were acceptable to even play in. And news of the equipment problem inspired Stephanie Starkey, a mother of one of the players, to reach out to Baker Mayfield's charity group to see if they could help. Baker and his wife, Emily, generously donated nearly $18,000 worth of equipment, including 70 helmets and pads. That donation gave the young athletes at Space Coast High School a renewed sense of pride and excitement for their games, and they ended up finishing this year 9-3.
Wow. The helmets made that much difference.
Yeah, they sure did.
I think that's good for them to feel like somebody believes in them too.
Sometimes that's all it takes,
Yeah.
is just somebody that believes in them and is willing to give them a shot. While the members of the team get most of the credit for their successful season, Coach Jake recognized it wouldn't have happened without some help from the Mayfields. He said everybody's just so appreciative of what Baker and Emily did. He truly didn't have to do this, but he saw there was a need for help. So he used his platform, and that impact will be a generational thing for these kids. So,
well, they help save lives too, because if those helmets weren't up to par, I mean, that really could cause a lot of head injuries.
Dylan McKay and his fiancee Emily Roberts were excited to get married and were saving money for a wedding. But then their 10-month-old golden doodle Acklin was hit by a car and left with severe injuries.
Aww.
She would require a lot of expensive medical treatment to get her back on her feet. Despite the high costs, Dylan and Emily decided to pull from their wedding savings to cover the medical expenses. I decided in that moment that I would do whatever was necessary to help this puppy, Dylan said. She deserved a chance at life. Dylan and Emily got at Acklin through broken legs and a possible infection, spending thousands of dollars in order to help with the medical bills. The couple set up a GoFundMe campaign, and of course that touched the hearts of many people, and that led to $39,000 in donations to help the Acklins recovery and replenish their wedding fund. Thanks to their selfless act, Acklin is now on the mend and beginning rehab, while Dylan and Emily are once again moving forward with their wedding plans.
I'm glad folks stepped up and helped them.
Yeah, I am too, I guess. I mean, I think that's the right thing to do.
You guess?
Yeah.
You talk about being a dog lover all the time, and then you're like, eh.
I mean, there's a threshold, I think, of money you spend on it. I maybe that's just me being mean.
I don't want to talk about that.
It's Ask Sheila time.
Let's go. Yeah, let's move
It's
on.
round 1 of this week's Ask Sheila. We're trying to get to at least 9 answers right this week. We'd love to get 10. That'd be your top score.
Would we love to get 10?
I'm rooting for you, Sheila. You know, I even changed the rules to where they're Family Feud rules now.
Yeah, you almost said Price is Right.
Yeah.
Would you say I can sometimes be an underdog? I don't know. It's a dog theme.
Sheila, I'm already thinking about putting you down.
Oh, my goodness. There's a threshold there.
All right, here we go. Let's see, this looks like maybe work, or maybe a little bit of a theme, maybe. I don't know, maybe. 87% of us say we lose sleep because of this. What is it?
Work.
Yeah, you got it,
You
Sheila.
gave me the answer. There's a work theme. I thought, well.
Yeah, 87% of people lose sleep because of work.
Yes.
Huh.
Some good, some bad.
That's interesting. I mean, I have before. But
Yes, you
it's
have.
not like all the time, though.
Well, no, mine's not all the time.
It'd be bad if it was all the time.
There was a job that it was all
If
the
you're
time.
losing sleep all the time over a job,
And I got out.
yeah, you need.
Yeah.
15% of us argue with coworkers over this. What is it? And we constantly have this argument.
You and I don't really argue.
No, but we have this that we.
I mean, I know it seems like we do on
that
every
we go
pick.
back and forth, and you're not the only one that I go back and forth with this on.
Oh, is it like being hot or cold?
That's exactly right. Temperature in the room.
Yeah. Yeah. He's always cold. I'm always hot.
Sheila could sit in a freezer, I believe, and be like, I'm comfortable.
My age, you know.
Meanwhile, my hands are cramping up because it's like 0
I never
degrees.
used to be this hot. It has to do with being over 50.
Yeah. So cold, my knees hurt. My
knees hurt?
My knees hurt because you keep it so cold in places.
I don't mess with it.
But you like it.
I like it when somebody else does and turns it cooler.
All right, Sheila, third question here. You could get 3 today. That'd be a huge deal.
Oh, I just got the last 2. It now set in.
Right.
I was so hot I couldn't think.
Counting's hard.
It's overrated.
Counting.
Who likes it?
When asked,
Uh-huh.
why do you feel burned out at work? 16% said it's because of this. What is it? I'm not going to help you much on this one, Sheila. I don't really have a hint as why.
I would say working too much, too many hours.
When asked, why do people feel burned out at work? 16% of people said the commute.
Oh, I understand that if mine's not very long.
No, I mean, I get it too. If you live in like a big town, it takes you 40. Like if I lived in Nashville,
I'd be burned out the first day
the
driving in Nashville.
I hate driving in Nashville.
Yeah, even if you're going for fun, you're going to shop or something. That's why shop local.
I'd rather drive down Willow on Friday afternoon 10 times.
It's true, me too, but it has gotten worse.
Oh, Willow's gotten terrible.
Terrible.
And now that some of the out of towners have learned about Stevens Street and Walnut in Cookeville.
You tell them all the time anyway.
I think you should have lived in Cookeville for some amount of time before you get to start using back
Well,
roads.
I'm going to have to pull you over. Have you been here 10 years or longer?
Right. All right. Well, then you may drive on Walnut. You may use Walnut.
I'm safe. I don't care what you do.
Yeah. But I mean, there's some of that, that it's not a terrible. I mean, it's not a bad idea. You have to use Willow till you've been here long enough.
Yeah, you have to really appreciate the side roads.
We're not trying to make you where you can't get someplace, but just get out of our way.
That's not right. Or is it? Because if they get out of my way and I make it get there faster, that might be good.
I don't know. We got some great guests coming up here after 7 o'clock.
Yes, it's Casey McCarty. She is the new Director of Development for the Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity. And then Charlie Guffey from Charlie Guffey Law. There is a new lawyer that they're going to introduce us to, Christina Rice.
All right. Plus, Charlie's just got some great advice if you're going through some things, if you're planning out, family stuff, which is never fun to do. But Charlie,
probate, things like that.
Charlie does a good job with that stuff. So we'll have some questions for her and her new lawyer.
I think that Christina, I believe she said she's a probate.
Okay. So we'll get into all that coming up in just a little bit. No matter where you're watching from or listening from, we sure do appreciate it. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, channel 192 on Spectrum at Twin Lakes, 107.7 and 1400 The Hub, and of course, Hub Plus on Roku. We'll be right back.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub. Good morning, Cookeville. W299BY, 107.7 FM, and AM 1400, WHUB, Cookeville.
We are risking World War III. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what a Russian lawmaker warns after the U.S. authorized Ukraine to use new American weapons.
We're talking about the ballistic missiles called the ATACMS. They have a range of 190 miles. Senior U.S. officials confirming to Fox News that Washington is now green-lighting the missiles' use deep inside Russia. They will target, according to reports, counter-offensive forces in Russia's Kursk area against Russian troops and some 10,000 North Korean soldiers now backing them up.
Fox's Greg Palcott. Russia has hit Ukraine with missile attacks. 11 people killed, more than 80 injured in the city of Sumy. Another 8 Ukrainian deaths reported in Odessa. President Biden is in Brazil for the summit of G20 nations.
President Biden's in an unusual position. Not only is he leaving the job in January, but his replacement, President-elect Donald Trump, is likely to pursue a vastly different agenda. Host President Lula of Brazil is likely to push for a peace deal in Ukraine, stronger action on climate change, and what's being called a global billionaires tax.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. Speaking of the president-elect, he's nominated FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr to be chairman of the Federal Communications Commission.
Trump says in a statement, Commissioner Carr is a warrior for free speech and has fought against the regulatory lawfare that has stifled Americans' freedoms and held back our economy. He will end the regulatory onslaught that has been crippling America's job creators and innovators.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. Democrats plan strong opposition at Senate confirmation hearings for controversial Trump nominees. Congressman Jim Himes tells CBS Face the Nation.
The Republican senator who votes to confirm Matt Gaetz or Robert Kennedy or Tulsi Gabbard will be remembered by history as somebody who completely gave up their responsibility to Donald Trump.
And Spirit Airlines filed for bankruptcy this morning. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey guys, Donald Trump Jr. here with urgent news. The world's central banks are making unprecedented moves, and it's time to pay attention. In 2022 and 2023, they bought more gold than ever before. And now in 2024, the trend is accelerating. Why? Because central banks have lost faith in the dollar. And in these uncertain times, gold is the ultimate safe haven. If you too are worried about the dollar, I urge you to take similar action by diversifying your IRA or 401k into gold with my trusted friends at Birch Gold Group. To see how it works, get your free info kit on gold IRAs by texting the word PROTECT to 989898. I trust Birch Gold. They provide an easy process to roll over your 401k or IRA into gold without losing your tax advantaged status. So text PROTECT to 989898. That's PROTECT to the number 989898 to get your free info kit on gold IRAs from Birch Gold.
Message and data rates may apply.
We mentioned President-elect Trump's nominees have to be confirmed by the Senate, but there is a potential way around that.
Recess appointments would allow new cabinet choices to skip the Senate confirmation step. House Speaker Mike Johnson said President-elect Donald Trump's victory shows more voters think
that America First policies should be the rule of the day. So the persons that the president is choosing will help with that agenda.
Senate Democrat and Judiciary Committee member Chris Coons said that opens the door for appointees
who lack the requisite skill and experience, policy views, and character to lead what are huge and significant federal agencies.
Both were on Fox News Sunday. The House and Senate would have to agree to adjourn for recess appointments to happen. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
2 people are dead, 10 others injured after 2 separate shootings during a parade in New Orleans. Police looking for the gunman. On Wall Street, stock futures are mixed, down for the Dow, up for the NASDAQ, coming off losses last week. On Sunday Night Football, the LA Chargers beat Cincinnati on a last-minute touchdown, 34-27. Earlier,
with a game on the line on 4th down, the Bills decided to go for it.
Gonna run for it, he got it! And there he goes! Inside the 10, the 5! Oh, the play of the year in the NFL!
Buffalo quarterback Josh Allen scrambling for that first down and touchdown late on CBS. The Bills beat the Chiefs 30-21. That's the 4th straight regular season win for Buffalo in the rivalry, but the Chiefs have won 3 straight in the playoffs. The Lions are also 9-1 on the season, blitzing the Jaguars 52-6. And the Steelers taking control of the AFC North thanks to 6 field goals from Chris Boswell in an 18-16 win over the arch-rival Baltimore Ravens. Frank Lanza, Fox News.
In basketball, the Cleveland Cavaliers stay undefeated. They're now 15-0 on the season with a win over Charlotte. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
Now, live from the Hub News Center. Algood City Council will decide Tuesday whether to approve a $42,000 bid for new extrication equipment for the fire department requested to enhance emergency response. The fire department recommends Palmatro tools, citing their durability and performance, with the low bid provided by NAFCO. This vendor, the only local distributor, offers a streamlined purchasing process to speed up acquisition. Competing bids from Safe Industries and Rescue One came in higher. And Smith County's historic courthouse in Carthage is set for a major revival as a community hub thanks to a $1.8 million state grant and additional county funds. This restoration will bring the courthouse back to its original elegance while adding high-tech upgrades. Renovations include energy-efficient windows, new HVAC units, and a remodeled first floor with offices, free Wi-Fi, and a space for telehealth services. The second floor will host county commission meetings and local business events. Outdoor Wi-Fi around the courthouse will also be available. I'm JP Bazette. You're up to date with the Hub News Center.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila here. We are live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:06 now.
And we want to welcome our guest, Casey McCarty. She is with Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity, the new Director of Development, and also Allie Olson, the Women Build Team Lead. So welcome both Allie and Casey.
Hello. We're so happy to be here this morning.
Well, thanks for being here. We really do appreciate it. Of course, not brand new, but we'll go ahead and say you're brand new,
a month
Casey.
in.
Yes, just a little over a month, so fairly new, but really happy to be on board with the team.
How's it going so far?
It's going great. The team is wonderful. Everybody's just lending a lot of information, and I'm connecting with a lot of new individuals, so it's been a lot of fun.
Had you done stuff with Habitat for Humanity before, or is this all new to you?
A lot of it is really new. I've done Cooking on the Square, though, and in regards to participating.
Yeah.
But behind the scenes, I haven't done that part. So it's been just a whirlwind of information flooding in.
So your title, Director of Development, what does that mean? What are you...
So in summary, I'm looking for anyone that wants to create partnership for donation, sponsorship, and just really connecting with individuals that want to partner with our organization for cultivating those relationships and looking to connect and build those donations and fundraising events and anything we can continue to connect with the community and build those relationships.
Now, was this the job that Pam Ely had? Or is this a different role?
Different role.
Okay.
Yes,
right.
different
Our
role.
friend Allison had the Director of Development.
Okay.
Allison Smith.
All right. Okay. All right. I know where we're at now.
All right.
And we're here this morning. So Allie and I we just want to talk about what's coming up tomorrow. We have a really exciting event with Drake over in the Eagle Point Shopping Center for the restaurant.
With Drake's.
Drake's, the restaurant.
Okay, you said Drake. I'm like, wow,
I know,
y'all
I
pulling big acts out. Drake coming to Cookeville. You think that'd been a bigger deal? We would have heard about it by now. But Drake's is awesome. That's a great spot.
Yes, I've graduated from UT in Knoxville. So my husband, we used to go there all the time. So I was really excited when they came to Cookeville. And they have a give back program. And so if you come between 11 to close and you mention that you're here to support Habitat, Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity, you mention you're here or show the flyer that we have on our social media, a portion will go back to our Women Build.
Oh, that's fantastic. And Ashley, is that what? Allie, I'm sorry. And you're part of the women build.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I got involved because I was first introduced to the Habitat for Humanity through Cooking on the Square because I love food. We were talking about before we
that's right.
started. We all love food. Got involved there, and then when I joined the brokerage I met as a real estate agent, Real Estate Professionals of Tennessee, they were sponsoring a build, so I was able to work personally with some of the people that were building their home because they have to put sweat equity in. So I'd spent time there, and then as time goes on, you're spending time and seeing what this amazing organization does. And then the women build came up, and I was just there. I was at the first meeting. I wanted to be involved, and then things just kind of progressed, and then I get to be, helping the women raise the funds and gathering them together and building teams. And so that's why I'm there, just helping people to raise those funds.
Now, so all you have to do if you go to Drake's tomorrow is just say you're there for Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah, so
you don't have to show anything.
All you have to do is mention that you're there to support our organization, and you can either mention it or show them the flyer.
Is there anything in particular is there like a special menu you go off of, or you can order anything you want?
You can order anything you want. I like the pretzels or their quesadillas.
I like the tiny hamburgers.
Yes, the sushi.
Or barbecue burgers.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? They do have good sushi.
They have great sushi.
Yeah.
The Dynamite's my favorite.
I like the Dynamite. That's my favorite, Sheila.
See, I'm beginning to question my likes and dislikes. That's what he said about me earlier. I was like, oh, we like the same thing as I don't know.
You know what's even better is I like when you just take a really large group and everybody orders something different. And I'm one of those where I'll just take a little bite of this and a little bite of that. And luckily my husband, he'll share. So I can have a combination of everything.
Yeah.
So then it just fills my plate.
Yeah, or go with a friend and you get one and share and then swap and like, yes, we'll share this.
Yeah, we
get
do
variety.
We do that with sushi. Like if we go, I'll order Dynamite or one, and then my buddy will do another, and then we'll just swap back and forth on sushi.
Yeah.
But I think it's great that you can have a restaurant where you can get a hamburger and sushi at the same time.
Me too, because I like sushi, but my husband doesn't. Yeah. So, I mean, he's went with me to a sushi restaurant before, and he's like, there's not much for me here, but I'll go with you and talk. Yeah. So Drake's is the best. Yeah. You can have the best of both worlds.
Yes, we're thankful for Drake's having the Give Back program, and again, just a portion of that. When you mentioned that you're here to support the Habitat organization, and a portion of that will go back to us for the Women's Build. So we're so thankful for that partnership.
Casey, tell me something that you've learned about Habitat for Humanity that you didn't know, which I'm sure being new into something is, there's probably several things. But what's really, come up that you're like, oh my gosh, that's so great. I didn't know that. Or was there anything at all?
I would say there was two things in regards to the sweat equity portion for all the home buyers, and the amount of education that's provided to each home buyer and the process that goes into it. So a lot of education is provided to every home buyer within the Habitat organization. So I think that is just phenomenal. And then the other really fun, creative aspect that I learned is the pottery studio that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing how all the bowls are made, and I didn't realize how much work goes into that. So to have a tour inside the pottery studio and know that every single bowl is made for Cooking on the Square, that just kind of blew my mind.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy that y'all are making them. You don't just go and order a bunch of bowls, that they're getting made.
Right.
And thrown, yeah.
I know. My so my mother and father went to the Cooking on the Square this last event they just had, and my mother got one that's shaped in a heart, and now my daughter is eating her cereal out of it every single morning. So I just think, and it's pink, her favorite color.
Yeah.
So.
You get those Cheerios that are shaped like hearts too.
I know.
Eat hearts out of a heart. Come on now. That would be great. We got more coming up, so stick around with us. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Hello, Upper Cumberland. This is Jesse Flowers, and if you're looking for a church of friendly, loving Christians that is striving to only follow the Bible in faith and practice, that encourages questions and searches the Scriptures to find the answers, a church where you won't get lost in the numbers but will be treated like family, then let me invite you to visit us at the Jerry Whitson Road Church of Christ. We're not perfect, but we are seeking to be like our perfect Savior. And be sure to join us every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. for our radio program, Words of Exhortation, right here on WHUB. May the Lord bless you as you serve Him and serve others.
Black Friday starts today at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. We're offering 1.9% APR financing for 60 months on all 2024 Ford F-150s, Escapes, and Expedition. Plus, make no payments for 90 days when you buy almost any new Ford or Lincoln. Want to make your money go further? We are offering to double your down payment up to an extra $2,000. Come see us, 1600 Interstate Drive, or visit us online anytime at FordLincolnOfCookeville.com.
The gas industry makes gas smell. We do it on purpose, to let people know when gas is present. If you smell gas in your home, call the gas department immediately, day or night. Then, after you call, don't flip any electrical switches or light matches until the serviceman has inspected your home. Help us keep natural gas the safest energy there is. Natural gas. Energy for life. This message brought to you in the interest of safety from the Cookeville Gas Department in cooperation with the Tennessee Public Utility Commission.
Willow Window is your go-to destination for all your window needs. At Willow Window, we specialize in providing top-quality windows that not only enhance the beauty of your home, but also improve energy efficiency. Our wide selection includes a variety of styles, colors, and materials that suit every taste and budget. Visit Willow Window at willowwindow.pro or call 946-3691. Visit the friendly, experienced team at the new Willow Window showroom at 310 Newman Drive in Cookeville. Willow Window is the name you can trust.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text TAP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text TAP to 321-321. That's TAP to 321-321.
1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Morning Cookeville.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window studio. It's 7:18 now.
Our guests are Casey McCarty. She is with the Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity and Director of Development. And Allie Olson is the team lead for the Women Build. And we're going to talk just a little bit more about Habitat and just how you can get one of the Habitat homes. They are not free homes. You do have to fill out an application, make payments on it, take classes to learn how to budget, and also give sweat equity, which is what you talked about a little bit, Allie. They really have to be devoted.
Yes, they do. They have to, what I have seen, because I've been involved with the organization a little bit before, like just with my brokerage, because they had sponsored one of the homes, but the woman that had that home was there, but the day that I went and was helping to build, there was another woman there that had the application. She had been accepted, and she and I like hauled bricks together. So I was there with this woman, and then I was with the other woman as well as we put the walls up. So the families that are coming into these homes are putting the time and effort and the work in, and it's not like they're putting like 2 months in. There's a certain number of hours that they've got to put in and be dedicated and want this and work for it, which I love to see, because it's building a community and building the whole street is all of these people that have done this, which also helps build their community, build wealth for their family, build, as they contribute to our community. But so it's not free. It is time, effort, dedication, and love.
Monthly payments.
And monthly payments, yes.
Yeah.
They do have a monthly payment at the end. I'm sure someone else could talk more about that I don't know as much about. But and then as we have this women build coming up for the next person that will move in, her time and dedication, the excitement that we saw that family have for this was it just pulls at your heartstrings. What's key, the people that get the homes is what gets me involved, and that's why I love to share about it. Like, you can go to Drake's and have a good meal, but why are you going to Drake's to have a good meal? You're going because you're helping build your community and help somebody to build their family and to have a place to live that's warm, safe, loving, and on that road that's also amazing.
You're changing somebody's life.
Yeah, yes.
And somebody, I know Pam Ely always said you're giving them a hand up, not a hand out.
Correct.
And that is true because they put in the work too. They go to lots of classes to learn how to budget, learn how to save, and also pay a payment every month, an affordable payment for them. But they put in a lot of work and a lot of tears too, like good tears when they finally get their keys to their home.
Yeah.
They've worked so hard to get those keys.
Yeah.
And it's just a really emotional time for them, and you know that they're really proud of
yes, they are
what they are given.
Yeah, they are, and to see them doing
what
that.
they're getting. I shouldn't say given because they work for it and they pay the payments on it. But when is the next Women Build? I mean, can they be a part of this if somebody's listening? Or
to be a part of it, you can create a team because our goal is to raise $100,000 for this build. We're currently at almost $13,000, so you can create a team. We have teams of 10, so then you can go out and raise the funds and be involved that way. We have a website they can go to. You go to Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity and go on, create a team through Give Effect, and then basically bring your friends together, go to Drake's, have a fundraiser, have you can, what am I trying to think?
Do bake
Bake
sales.
sales.
Yeah.
Just basically going out in the community. You can also share, not just in our area. You can share it with the friends. It doesn't matter where the money comes from. You can share with your friends across the United States to contribute to that and share what you're doing. So, or you can just go onto the website and contribute. And they'll have a few events also through January to raise funds for that. So there's a lot of
I
opportunity.
know that women's build is pretty self-explanatory. That's ladies getting together to help build a house. But I mean, is that exactly what it is, or can you expand on what the women? Is it women or women's?
It's
Women Build.
Women Build. All right.
I got it's called Women Build. I got that.
like Women Build houses.
So go over exactly what that entails.
A lot of the teams are made up of women, and we're wanting to contribute. That doesn't mean that men can't contribute. It's just, and the houses, so yes, I guess it's for women coming together to help build a home for a woman in the community. Okay. But that doesn't mean that other people that men can't contribute.
I think
to
it's
that.
more an opportunity to empower women to come together, to allow fundraising opportunities, to develop teams, and give them an opportunity to.
And I do want to
and women are just better at that.
Well, it is so much fun because I've been a part of a Women Build before. It's so much fun coming, and then there's so much I took away, not only feeling good that knowing I was helping my community, but also learning things because there are foremen there, not foremen, but foremen that kind of look over and oversee things and make sure everything's doing right. Because I was thinking, how I'm going to be building a home, how are they going to know that it's right? Well, if you're not doing it right, they come and show you how to do it.
I would not trust you with a nail gun.
Not a nail gun. I was hammering nail on my own.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Manual hammering.
Sheila with a nail gun is just a sure trip to the ER.
Although I have done that before. My dad was a carpenter, excuse me.
I wouldn't be anywhere around Sheila with a nail gun.
But it is a lot of fun and knowing that you're helping other folks getting to a home. And I also like right before after the walls go up, the blessing of the walls, you can write like your favorite Bible verse or just a word of encouragement for the family. It's a great process. And you're making the community better. And Habitat has done so many communities in this area. They have really helped build a better world for Cookeville.
Yeah, are they on house 93?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on house. And
Wow.
the women build or initiative has been around since 1991, so it's been around for a long time. But it just it helps families take a proactive step in their communities to just love and grow, and I love being a part of something that's going to help somebody do that.
You think being part of building your own home brings a whole other level of pride in your house?
Oh, 100%. Because if you think about, like we were talking about cooking before, and having, like, if you get your kids involved in it, they're gonna eat it and love it and appreciate it a little more. Like if you're closer to the service, like in proximity to what you're doing, like you can give money to people away, and I think that's important that live far away. But when you're putting in proximity to what you're doing and what you're helping with, especially as the homeowner, like can you imagine at the end of the day after everybody's gone and you've moved in and you're laying in your bed and there's probably boxes like everywhere and you're just laying there and you're just so grateful and like, I did this. My community helped do this. So I think it means a lot. And then taking care of it after that as well, because you're going to take care of something that you put a lot of work into.
Right. Yeah. And that's yours.
Yeah.
And that's, that's even more amazing that now you have something that you couldn't have even thought of or afforded because, by doing some of the work and having, some of this, it's not that, again, it's not that you're not making a house payment. It's just that house payment is quite a bit lower because it's through Habitat. You have put the work in, right? That's how that works. Right. Is it a normal bank loan or is it a bank loan through Habitat?
I don't know the details on that.
And I would say I'm probably a little too new to comment on that.
We know it's done.
Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't know if there was like a special deal or not, but we'll ask you next time.
Yes, maybe next time.
Yeah.
It's just, we'll say it's, a little more affordable. But again, they are, still making payments, just a little more affordable.
So the learning curve, we're still on it.
Yeah.
I get it, being new at anything, because you think as soon as you get your mind wrapped around what's happening, it's something else, right?
Right. Every day is a new day, but
right.
it's fun and challenging. But just to kind of piggyback off, I think it's the level of connection. Really, whether you're connecting with the community, you're connecting with the home buyer, connecting with the process of the construction. It's really an amazing process to see in regards to if you want to go deeper in regards to donating and that relationship you can build. When you give, it makes you feel better, and that giving is contagious.
If you just wanted to give, like you don't want to be the guy or girl who shows up with a hammer. You don't want to hammer nothing, you don't want to saw anything. You don't want to be any part of that. You just want to give money. How do you do that?
You can always visit our website, and you can always come by our office. We always like a friendly face and like to say hello. And we will take monthly donations too. So you can visit our website or come swing by our office, or you can visit our restore and donate there as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You can just go. You don't have to buy anything at the restore. You can just go in and say, "Hey, here you are. Here's some money."
Yeah, we'll take donations in any of the locations.
And I wanted to ask Allie, you used to talk about your brokerage. It's okay to say which brokerage. If you want to mention.
Real Estate Professionals of Tennessee.
All right.
In Washington.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, thanks so much for being here. And I know we've got the thing at Drake's tomorrow. Anything else coming up past that we need to hit? And is the thing at Drake's just tomorrow, or is it?
As of right now, it's just tomorrow. It starts at 11 and then till close.
So everybody go and have you some Drake's tomorrow.
And mention you want to put it forward to Habitat for Humanity.
Right, you have to do that.
Because a percentage of that, there will be no extra that you're paying. It will just be a percentage that they're donating to the local Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity in Cookeville.
I guess you just write it on your check too. When hey,
I'd tell them and make sure they get
I would too. Yeah, sure. About just, to double down, you just write it on there. Hey, this is for Habitat or whatever. But thanks so much for being here, Casey and Allie. We really do appreciate it. And good luck with all the new stuff. I know that's anytime you start something new, it's just there's a little added difficulty there. But
she's amazing. She's doing great.
Thank you. It's exciting. I'll take on a challenge.
Well, you got a lot of energy, so it seems. Anyway.
I do. I don't drink coffee. I don't need it. Let's just say that.
I don't even know if I trust that now. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We are live here in the Willow Window Studio. hang out with us. We'll talk to Charlie Guffey and Christina Rice from Guffey Law. That's coming up next. So hang out with us here on Good Morning Cookeville.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
Now, live from the Hub News Center. 2 men from Putnam County were killed in a tragic murder-suicide during an 80th birthday celebration on Walnut Road. The Putnam County Sheriff's Office reported that Randall Eldridge, 63, and Bobby Andrew Fye, 56, died after an argument turned deadly in the driveway around 8 p.m. on Tuesday. Witnesses said Fye shot Eldridge before taking his own life. Authorities believe a decade-long feud between the two may have led to the incident. And Tennessee Tech University will celebrate its veteran students, faculty, staff, and community members with a week of events honoring Veterans Day. Though classes are canceled on Monday, activities kick off Tuesday with a public Veterans Day ceremony at the Jer Whitson Building, featuring U.S. Army veteran and Tech's Associate VP Kevin Vetter as keynote speaker. Events continue with a campus-wide appreciation day and a Veterans Town Hall on Wednesday. Thursday brings a kickball game and a block party, and on Friday, Tech offers a Veterans Movie Day in the Veterans Center. I'm JP Bezette. You're up to date with the Hub News Center.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. The Tennessee Titans fell to 2-8 on the season after falling to the Vikings 23-13 on Sunday. The Titans cut the lead to 6 after a 98-yard pass play to Nick Westbrook-Akine, but never got it closer. Will Levis threw for just under 300 yards and 1 touchdown in the loss. The Titans as a team rushed for just 33 yards in the game. Elsewhere in the NFL, the Packers blocked a field goal as time expired to beat the Bears 20-19. The Steelers didn't score a touchdown, but beat the Ravens 18-16. Lions scored 52 points in a rout of the Jaguars, and the Saints beat the Browns 35-14. The AP Top 25 college football poll remained unchanged in the top 5 with Oregon, Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, and Indiana. Notre Dame moved up to the number 6 spot with Alabama and Georgia right behind. Tennessee fell to the number 10 spot after their road loss to Georgia on Saturday. Nelly Korda won her 7th LPGA Tour tournament on Sunday, winning the Annika after posting a final round 67 and beating out Charlie Hull down the stretch. Korda is the first player to win 7 times on the LPGA Tour in one season since Yanni Tseng in 2011. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
The Fox Business Report is brought to you by Paul Winkler Incorporated, now with an office at Cookeville, creating confident investors. PaulWinkler.com.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Spirit Airlines has filed for bankruptcy reorganization. Spirit says it will continue to fly and honor tickets, credits, and loyalty points, though its stock is being delisted from the NYSE. Shares will continue to trade over the counter through the Chapter 11 process. Morgan Stanley is anticipating earnings growth will continue into next year and says the S&P 500 could jump as high as 7,400. The S&P closed Friday at 5870. Samsung Electronics shares up 6%. The tech giant's buying back $7 billion worth of stock. Beauty brand CoverGirl is getting its own makeover. The Wall Street Journal says it will turn to social media influencers, and Coty now has TikTok content development studios. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola, invested in you.
Success, it's discipline, it's teamwork. It's the drive and passion inside of us that comes before all recognition. It's the best of each of us made better by the best in all of us. It's what Stifel's been doing for over 130 years. And it's why Stifel is one of the fastest growing global wealth management and investment banking firms in the industry. Stifel, it's where success meets success. Start your journey at stifel.com. That's STIFEL.com.
Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member SIPC and NYS.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Going to be a mostly sunny day with temperatures topping out in the mid to upper 60s, even around 70 at some locations. Overnight we'll fall back into the mid 40s. We'll be in the low 70s on Monday with sunshine, but increasing clouds as we get into the afternoon and evening and a chance of rain overnight. We'll fall back into the upper 50s, highs around 70 again Tuesday with showers possible, and we'll keep the rain in the picture all the way into Thursday with cooling temperatures by the weekend.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
On 107.7 and
Good morning,
1400.
Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila here. We are live in the Willow Window studio. It's 7:34 now.
We like to welcome Charlie Guffey Law. We have Charlie Guffey and also the new attorney, Christina Rice.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
How are you guys? I will not be asking my Viking funeral question today because I think I got a good answer from the county mayor of Overton County.
I knew you were going to keep
Mr.
asking
Barlow.
until you got the answer you
Stephen
wanted.
Barlow said that he didn't know of any law against it, so
So we're going to go with him instead of lawyers.
You got a answer.
right.
Answer he wanted.
I just needed somebody in charge to go, I don't know anything about it, you know? and then so I feel good about it now.
Listen, just don't send me an invite. Make sure your family doesn't invite me. That's always
Like, I don't want any part of
I'll
that. I
send
don't know
flowers.
Well, congratulations are in order for Christina because you just recently passed the bar.
Yes, thank you so much.
Which is one of the hardest tests, is what I've heard. I have not even tried because I've heard it's hard.
Well, I've never taken a harder one, and I hope never
tried,
to.
Sheila?
I hadn't tried. I'd be a lawyer.
I mean, what kind of questions are on the bar exam? Like, what do you need to know?
I mean, just everything.
It's everything because, okay, you can like be a part of like probate is what she's doing.
Right.
But you have to know all of the laws. Like you have to know divorce law. You have to know all of it because that's what the test is over.
Yes.
And I did not know that until recently.
Did you watch a lot of like lawyer TV shows and were like, you know what? I bet I could totally do that.
I was always told by my family that I would make a great lawyer. I don't think that they understood what that was not a compliment necessarily from them. I don't think. But
you always liked debating. It sounds like.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, whether people wanted to debate or not.
So you're argumentative, is what your family's saying.
Can be in the right. It depends. There's the
She's
lawyer.
certainly very talkative. She does not meet a stranger, so that's a good quality to have in an attorney.
Yes.
When you're getting ready to take the bar and all that stuff, I mean, there's a lot of schooling that has to go ahead of that. Do you have to pick what lane you want to be in moving to that point, or do you do that after you're a lawyer? You decide I'm going to be this type of lawyer.
It's after. So everything as far during law school is general. You get a little more choice with your electives, so you can take, something a little extra here or there, but it's just a drop in the hat of whatever area you're looking into. So it's after. It's when you're pursuing a profession. You kind of look at whether if you're going out on your own and you can do whatever generally, or you find a firm.
What made you decide to get into this type of lawyering?
The background that I do have, the little bit of it had to do with probate, estate planning, and certain civil just matters, litigation issues. And so I just kind of spoke with Charlie, and she shared what they did. And so it was
Ain't Charlie great?
Yes, she's wonderful. Our interview wasn't really an interview. It was just a conversation. I think she intended it for it to be.
Yes, I did have my little list of questions, and I was like, I need to know this about her and that, and then it just kind of.
I derailed it.
See, I told you she's chatting.
Right.
Well, I think some people are confused at what probate is. Charlie, can you kind of explain that in a little bit more detail?
So probate is what happens when someone passes away in Tennessee. A lot of times if you have a married couple, it's the last in the couple to pass away. So if you are married and you own things together, then it'll generally just pass to your spouse, the way your land is titled, things like that. But if you own things separately, or if you're the last spouse to die, or if you're not married, then your estate is typically going through probate unless you have a trust in place. So
that's why it's It's really good to have a trust.
It is for certain people. I think, it's not a one size fits all situation, but I do think it helps the family sometimes to be able to bypass probate.
Is there, when you come in, maybe you've got a parent who's starting to get up in age, and you see that now, now's the time to start preparing for these things. What do you need to have? Like what's something you need to have before you even come and see you ladies?
Oh gosh. I mean, one, you need to sit down and talk about it with your family, because that's something we see a lot is clients can't even fill out the intake because they're not even been thinking about what they want or who they want to leave it to. And surprisingly, I see people who don't have children have a harder time making those decisions because they're like,
who do you leave it to?
Do I
Your
leave it to
dog?
my friend, my niece, my nephew. Like it's a harder decision for some of them, and so just to have that conversation with your loved ones and to see who would be willing to act as your personal representative.
It's not
your
easy.
estate.
It's not.
That does bring me, you talk about weird questions. I'm not asking about the Viking funeral, but you hear about this, people who don't have kids and they're going to leave everything they own to their cat.
Mm-hmm.
You hear about these rich people that
No, that would not be me, because I do not have children.
that do that.
We've talked about family members, which, yes, my animals are my family, but I know they're not going to be.
I know you're not going to give everything to your cat, Sheila, but there's
No.
people who do.
They do, and I'm like, really? How does that? They still have to have well, I don't know the right term, but administrator of that to make sure
So-
the cat.
Your cat can't be the administrator, if that's the question.
Right. Well, no, I just wondering how that works. I mean,
Tennessee does allow for a pet trust. It's not often used, but
Tennessee does allow
does,
for that.
yeah.
Okay.
What does that mean to make sure they're taken care of? Because I understand that.
Yeah. So you'll put somebody else in charge, a friend, family member, and just say, I want my cat, socks to be taken care of until, he passes away. And then they'll leave so much money in that trust for that animal.
But can you just then, and this is a terrible question, and I'm sorry to even ask it,
But yet he's going to.
but can't you just take that pet to the vet and put it to sleep right after and be done with
I
that?
think that's what they're afraid of.
So I will tell
That's
you.
why they're putting that trust in order.
That's a valid question.
One of my most traumatizing experiences as a new attorney.
Besides this interview.
I did have.
Christina, it always goes this way.
Yes,
Just so you know, this
yes.
isn't just for you.
This will be my first
Usually
traumatizing
Jason.
experience.
It is usually Jason. I will say that. But I had a person come in and they wanted to do their estate planning, and they wanted it in their estate planning that their animals were to be euthanized and to be buried with them or cremated. I can't remember if it was burial or cremation, but they were to go with them. And I was like, even if they're in good health? And he's like, yep. And I'm like, I don't think that will legally hold up, but I mean, if you just really want it in there, we'll put your wishes in the, so
Yeah.
it was very traumatizing. I have not had that
Does it hold-
experience again, but
that was their decision. Would that hold up in court?
I don't know that it would. And I also think we got a little animal cruelty there, maybe. That's a tricky.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
My mom's real worried about her chickens, about what I'm going to do with them right now.
She might make a trust for her chickens.
I hope not. She has, I think, 60 chickens right now.
You can do one trust for the 60 chickens, right?
Yeah, I think that would be pretty accurate.
Sorry, now he's got me getting down this road of asking crazy
We're
questions.
not doing a trust for chickens.
But your mama would want to.
We're not doing
They
it.
could just go straight to you.
Right, yeah.
You know what's going to happen then.
Oh, yes.
I'll take care of the chickens a little bit.
We'll be having chicken night after night after night.
Well, they're egg chickens. They're not meat
Okay,
chickens. So, I mean,
They're not meat chickens. Or at least, yeah, you'll get some eggs from them.
I might get rid of the ones that are in the chicken retirement home. She's got so many chickens and they get old and she's soft hearted, so she won't do anything with me if they don't lay eggs anymore. She just keeps feeding them. And then there's a whole separate piece of the barn that's for the retirement chickens.
Were they just passive old age? The only chickens around that just die of old age.
Yeah, right.
It's like the Florida of the farm,
It
right?
is.
Where everybody just wants to retire.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
The village.
Exactly.
I love this.
Well, I did some other questions too that as I'm getting older, as we all get a little older, I've seen some friends go through some things here recently with their parents passing or Alzheimer's and dementia. And with the Alzheimer's and dementia thing, because that's something that you don't really know is happening until it's happening.
Yeah.
So when we come back, is it okay if we ask some questions about
absolutely.
that? Okay. That's all coming up. We got Charlie Guffey and Christina Rice here from Guffey Law. More with them coming up here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window studio.
Hey folks, this is Paul Winkler. One of our clients says something interesting about why he chose us. He said the financial advisor he had worked with up to this point in his life wasn't the one to get him through retirement. Is that you? You've made it this far, but you recognize you don't get a do-over when you're actually in retirement. It's not too late to feel confident about your financial future. The first step is easy. Set up a phone consultation or in-person meeting with any of our offices by calling us at 615-851-1950 or just go to paulwinkler.com.
And now located in Cookeville.
Disease, sickness, and injury are burdens for anyone, but especially when you have no one to help you. Be a blessing to a neighbor who is alone in the hospital and facing a health emergency. Learn more at CookevilleRegionalCharity.org.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear DJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Over 50 years and still going strong and growing. With American Way, you'll gain the knowledge and skills necessary to thrive in today's market. We provide realtors the tools they need to succeed, so this essentially adds up to success for the agents. If you are willing to work, we can make it happen for you. We also have a very family-oriented culture with a focus on productivity. Give me a call. I'm William Ball, 931-310-6291.
American Way Real Estate, 710 South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville.
You know, as the holidays approach, it is so essential to recognize that personal safety is a year-round priority. Now, crime tends to spike during this time of year, making it even more critical to protect what matters most. Now, this holiday season, gift your loved ones with peace of mind with a Byrna less lethal launcher. The Byrna launcher is a safe, effective defense solution and tool equipped with powerful, non-lethal deterrents, including tear gas and kinetic rounds. Now, you can hit a target 50, 60 feet away, and that's capable of stopping any perpetrator, any attacker right there in their tracks. Now, why choose Byrna? Byrna offers you peace of mind that you deserve without the legal or mental burden of a firearm. It's legal in all 50 states. It requires no background check, no permit, and they can ship it directly to your door. That's why Byrna is trusted by over 500 government agencies, police departments, and private security firms. Just go to their website, Byrna, BYRNA.com/Hannity. You'll get 10% off. That's Byrna.com/Hannity. Protect what matters most without compromise.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville. 1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window studio. It's Good Morning Cookeville, 747 now.
We're talking with Charlie Guffey and Christina Rice from Guffey Law. And Christina, how lucky are you to work with this great staff at Guffey Law? Because I know they've got such great people over there. And now you're another great addition.
Yes, I'm so lucky to be there. I absolutely love working with Charlie and all of the girls at Guffey Law. They're all wonderful. If you call there, anyone you speak to will be so great.
Most definitely. Yeah.
All right. So I want to ask, because, again, I've had some people go through this here recently, and it seems even more difficult than in death. And that is Alzheimer's, dementia, because it's one of those things that you see it that it might be, and then all of a sudden it is. Mm-hmm. And it goes really fast from mom's forgetting a few things to mom doesn't remember things. Mm-hmm. And what's the process in that? Like, what kind of, and I hate to say it this way, what kind of mind do they still need to have to come in and see you and do this paperwork and make it legal and all of that? How does all of that work?
So we call it kind of like a capacity issue, right? And so sometimes they've already been to the doctor's office and the doctor said, hey, they're really not in a great state to be making these decisions for themselves. Other times it's not gotten quite that far. Just because it's the early stages of something like dementia or Alzheimer's doesn't mean that they can't execute something like a power of attorney. And so that's kind of what we're looking for when they come in is, do they understand what they're doing? Do they understand that they are giving someone else the ability to make decisions for them on their behalf when they're not able to make those decisions? And so it's important that they come in early after that appointment so that they can execute that. So if the time comes where they no longer have capacity, we're not in a situation where we have to pursue like a conservatorship, which is more expensive and a longer process.
So let's say they haven't been diagnosed with that, but it's obvious that that's what's happening. I mean, do you have to have some sort of doctor's diagnosis, or how does that work?
We determine capacity by asking just some various questions. A lot of the questions I will ask will, if I know them or if I've talked to their family member and know how many children they have and what their children's names are or grandkids, I will ask them that, because a lot of times if they are in a bad headspace, they're not going to be able to name all their children or all their grandchildren. And so that's one of the major questions. We'll ask them what year it is. Sometimes we'll ask them who the president is. That doesn't always prompt a great response.
Sometimes I get confused at what day it is.
Yeah. As long as they know the year, we're usually pretty good. I won't test them for the day because I'm the same way, Sheila. But
now, what about if you already have like what's it called, power of attorney? What if you have power of attorney already? Does that make things easier?
Definitely, yes. Powers of attorney can be different. Some are immediately effective, and usually, if we're at the point of where you're going to the doctor's office, and even if not a diagnosis of dementia, but they're older, sometimes immediately effective powers of attorney are a good thing. There's alternatively the option for maybe if you're in better health or a bit younger, a springing power of attorney. In that case, you're going to
what's a springing power of attorney?
So you're going to execute the power of attorney, whether it could be both. It could be for financial and health care or one or the other. And it will go into effect when I think generally by a doctor diagnosing that they cannot make decisions for themselves anymore. Or let's say you get into a car accident at any age and you're in the hospital and you can't make those decisions for yourself. It gives the person named in the power of attorney, or let's say the alternate, because we always recommend at least two people, to make those decisions for you.
And then when it comes to real estate, that would be the same. Is it best to go ahead and get all the real estate stuff taken care of, or can you put that into the conservatorship or the trust, or how does that work?
So whoever is named a power of attorney would have authority to handle the real estate. If you ended up needing a conservatorship, then the conservator sometimes will have the authority to do that. A conservator can act as the healthcare agent or as the financial agent. And so sometimes it's both, but they would have control over that. Now, it's best to do the estate planning just so we don't run into this, or if we do run into it, we've got that taken care of. But, if worse comes to worse and maybe the farm needs to be sold for mom's care or something like that, the power of attorney would be able to do that.
When you show up and maybe none of this has happened yet, you're doing all this early, can you put provisions in there? Hey, if I do get Alzheimer's or dementia, or if this happens, then I want this to happen. You're perfectly fine when you go in, you're there with your family, you're in good health, you're in a good mental space, everything's great. You're just really pre-planning. Can you put in there, if this happens, it triggers this in your estate planning, or does that happen?
So the estate plan per se, a will or trust, a lot of times that comes into play more after somebody's gone. But if you've got that power of attorney, then that will help while that person is alive to kind of handle those things.
So power of attorney is important
to
have. Okay.
And we go ahead and put that in with a trust whenever we do a trust for someone. we go ahead and recommend it's kind of a package situation. You go ahead and execute your powers of attorney. You go ahead and execute like a living will situation, and then a will itself, just in case the trust, there's something left out of it, it catches it. So
Right.
that's the benefit of kind of a trust, because you kind of get the whole thing in one, because they're all important for different reasons.
When do you recommend, doing this? Like how early do you recommend?
I don't think you can be too early. Honestly, I will say, I know when I was in law school, I went ahead and did mine, and that was more so because I know that I have some family members that might cause a stink over just simple things, funeral, burial, things like that, and I didn't want my mother to have to deal with that, and so I just went ahead and got that fixed up.
I mean, I guess that's a whole other thing. If you got some family members who are going to cause a stink, how do you keep them out of it, or can you?
You never know which ones will either.
Yes,
so
things
no
change
assumptions.
when people pass, but getting something in writing, solid.
I know it's not legally cause a stink.
It is not.
It's probably not what it's called.
We would call it that.
Right, yeah.
We would definitely call it that.
Well, here we got the cause a stink clause.
I mean, there should be one. I mean,
Yeah.
there's probably a more proper term for that.
I'm sure there is,
Charlie can take care of it. So can Christina.
Yeah.
They cover that in the bar, It's like,
There are provisions you can put in your will that says, hey, if you throw a fit and you challenge the will, then and you lose, you're out of anything that you were otherwise entitled to.
I'm going to put that in mine, even though I don't think
It's to throw a fit.
I don't. Yeah,
That's it.
Even though I don't think anybody call throw a fit or anything, but just because it'd be funny at the reading of the will,
Yeah.
Yes.
right? And Maddie,
You'd put it
Don't
in
throw a
just to
fit.
make them laugh.
right?
I just
yeah.
realized, I think it's pitch a fit around here, right?
It is pitch
vernacular,
a fit.
it's
You can pitch a fit. You can throw a fit. You can have a fit.
Yeah. We're all fits in here. Yeah. I was like,
Yeah. So you said around here. Are you from here?
Yes.
Okay.
Cookeville native, the whole life.
Born and raised your whole life.
Sir. Yes, sir.
What year did you graduate?
I
you're
graduated.
not supposed to ask a lady.
That's okay. Next year, you can't ask me anymore. Well, actually, this year, December 27th, I'll be 35. Then you can't ask again.
Is that the rule?
That's the
I didn't
for
know
me.
that was
It
the
is.
rule. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
It
okay.
depends on the person.
Right.
I had no idea. I learned something today.
Although I'm 3 years older than him, and he always acts like I'm like 30 years older than him.
There's a little bit of a generation gap there. That 3 years though.
There's not.
There's
Ladies,
not.
there's
No,
not.
no.
And
There's
she watched way more black and white TV than I did.
I watch reruns.
Yeah.
You can watch black and white TV now, so.
Well, I know you can.
Thank you, Christina.
But Sheila was forced to. Is what
Oh,
I'm
well.
saying.
I stay with my granny a lot.
Oh, that's the good TV. Andy Griffith.
Now we had a good conversation going. Now I don't remember what we were talking about.
I was born in Cookeville.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were born in Cookeville.
Yes, I graduated from Cookeville High School, go Cavs, in 2008, and then I graduated from Tennessee Tech in 2012.
Yay.
Seems so young, doesn't it?
She is.
Well, thank you. I'll take that. I don't feel young.
Well, I turned 51 on Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
So-
Happy birthday.
So it's getting real close for me to come fill out some paperwork with you ladies.
I'll turn 54 on the 27th.
Oh.
Sheila, do you already have your paperwork done for your untimely passing?
No.
It could be something you did together, like a birthday date.
I like that.
And we'll have cake and,
Yes.
the little
It is
little
a blessing to do
noisemakers.
that for your family, though. It truly
really is, yes.
Because my father-in-law did that, and it helps. And he wanted to do that for the family. So he's like, I don't want anybody arguing over anything. This is my wishes.
Yeah, I think that's great.
It is when they're written out, and it just makes it go a lot smoother.
Well, because sometimes, too, I think we take for granted, yes, there are people that are greedy in the world. We know that. But sometimes it's not really that simple. People deal with grief differently. And sometimes people, maybe not money. I don't know that you could make the argument that you're sentimentally attached to their literal money, but it could be a cuckoo clock. I mean, people will fight over a cuckoo clock, but they've attached real sentimental attachment to it.
That reminds them of their loved one who passed.
And that's real. And so having those conversations, or even if the person really wants to, giving it to, if they're older and they don't care to have the cuckoo, go ahead and give it to them.
Give them the cuckoo clock. That's
Yes.
what I always.
Yes.
That's what my granny did. She was like, I want you to have this quilt. Your sister's going to get this one, and no fighting.
Yes, that's perfect.
Talking to Charlie Guffey and Christina Rice from Guffey Law. Just real quick. I mean, I'm talking real quick before we got to get out of here. Website, phone number, how do we get in touch?
The website is charlieduffylaw.com. Phone number is 931-559-4525. So give us a call. We'll be happy.
All right, coming up tomorrow, Sheila.
Yes, Mitchell White, Cookeville High School art teacher, will be in. He's also one of the most influential. And Farron Kefauver City Social event is coming up. We'll talk to her about that.
Sounds good. Y'all have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye now.
Bye.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub. Good morning, Cookeville. W299BY, 107.7 FM, and AM 1400, WHUB.